Hello! I'm going to show everybody how to debone the turkey and stuff it like I did for Thanksgiving on my Facebook page. Over here, if we can take a look over here, I've cut the wing tips off. The wing tips are going to go into the stock along with the neck. And I also put the gizzards and the heart and liver in there. I'll just cook those up and feed it to the dog and cat. Okay, I cut the second joint of the wings off. Those I'll save. From this point on, once I've got the wings cut off, I'm going to then come in here and pull the wishbone out. The wishbone, you cut along the wishbone right down over here, and you use the tip of your knife. I've seen some people just stick this whole thing like it's some kind of pirate fight. But you stick the tip of your knife in, just like that, and as it goes down, there's one side, and there's the other side. Now I'm going to pull it off of the breastbone right there by just simply, you can come over across my shoulder here, just like that. See, it comes right off. Since I've cut both sides out, I now reach in there, give it a twist, and turkey is a little stronger, and there it goes. There's the wishbone. That goes into the stockpile. From that point, I'm going to go ahead and finish off cutting the breast from the breastbone by following the breast bones right here, and then I'm going to come to the wing right here. I just cut down, kind of in a U turn. Here we go again. And sometimes you got to kind of like manipulate that knife going back and forth. Comes right out. From that point, I'm going to stand this thing up. And if you have something that you can balance this thing on, that's even better. So now, right now, I cut down a line down the back here. Okay. And then I begin the process of deboning the turkey. Now, sharp knife, of course. This is not for unskilled people. You'll end up cutting your finger. I recommend everybody use a cut glove, although I'm using a glove with this is just a latex glove. What I'm doing now, I'm separating the body from the bones. And come across here. As I go down, what holds this together is the two joints, wing joints and the thigh joint right here. Holds everything together. Once you've pulled them off, you're set and ready to go. As you can see, I'm working my way down. I'm going to feel for that hip bone. That's about right there. And again, there it goes. There we go. It was very nice to me. Just keep on working your way down and across. That's one side right now. I'm going to start working on the other side. Like I say, you see, I'm just working with the tip of my knife. I'm not really going down deep inside the turkey. And I'm just skimming across the bones. That's real important. You know, first time, have some patience. Don't try to hurry this up. Chickens are the best way to practice. They're a softer bird. I'm going to have to wrestle with this a bit. Turkey tends to have larger tendons, larger muscles, and consequently, you're in for a little bit of a fight. And this guy is giving me a little bit of a fight. So I'm going to get a heavier knife out. And there it goes. Okay. As I'm lifting this up, I'm going to start separating it. Both joints are off the turkey. And I just skim the tip of the knife. You'll see in a minute here. Working on the carcass. If you're squeamish, don't bother watching this. This really gets down to it. Sorry for my friends that are vegetarian, but this is strictly for meat eaters. I'm going down the keel bone of the breast right here. See that? Now, we got to be careful not to pierce the skin. The skin is very important to keep whole. And some people will keep the tender in. That's this meat right here. I like taking it all off. I don't like messing with it. Some people do. I choose not to. Okay, coming to the top of the keel bone there. As I lift this off, I'm going to now hug that keel bone. I'm going to take some of the cartilage off. I already know that, but I'll trim it up later on. There we go. Now let's come back and just take that little bit of cartilage off. Now, I should be able to pull. For the most part, cut that skin off. Don't try to waste the skin. Okay, carcass of the turkey. You can get a spoon, scrape it off, use all that excess meat, and put it right back into the stuffed turkey. Now, this goes for stock. My sister-in-law is filming this. She's very excited about finally getting her turkey stock. Okay, what you have here is pretty much wing bones and the backbones. I mean, not backbones, but the thigh and the drumstick, okay? So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to just go ahead and cut the wings out. And I'm not going to necessarily debone, just going to completely cut the wing out. And why didn't I do that in the first place? Well, just the way I do it. That's all. You know, and people have to live with it. Okay, with this right here, I'm going to cut around the inside there. As you see, scrape it off, back. And as I scrape it off, what we're going to have here, what it's going to end up being is this kind of like a little chicken lollipop.
Oh, like the Chinese gauntlet chicken.
Exactly. But this is a turkey gauntlet. Okay, just push it down as best as you can. You know, you can go further and have envelope the knuckle, but that's fine as it is. So that's one. And here we go again. Cut this other one out. There we go. Same story. Cut around the knuckle there, or joint. Push down. It really works well if you have a dry towel to push it down. That really works quite a bit, but scrape it down with a knife works just as well. And there's number two, right there. So you have your wings over here. Okay, over here now, we have the thigh. Thigh may be a little bit trickier, but if you stick with just going around it like this meat should just start coming right down the bone. This is connected with, and once again, be very careful. This is when you have to be skillful, because right now the gloves are a little wet, things get a little slippery. This is when accidents can start happening. Just go all the way down. There it goes. There we go. Down to the drumstick. The drumstick coming around the top of that drumstick there, just in a circular way. Cut at it towards the bone. And with chickens, it's a really fast process. Now the thing about the legs of the turkey is that they're full of what I call pin bones or hair bones, depending what part of the country you come from, and those are a little challenging. But I'll show you a little way here where all of that can be done. Now we're down to the bottom of the turkey leg right here. This is about 2 inches there. What we're going to do here with the back of a knife is we're going to crack it. There it goes. Oop. Doesn't want to give up. Uh-oh. That wasn't planned. Okay. There we go. In the stockpile for this. Now, with these pin bones, it's easy to lift out. Just lift out. Wherever you see a white line, lift out, and then you just pull them right out. Now, for the sake of time, I'm not going to bother pulling them out, but there's one, there's two, and you can just go all the way down the legs very fast. Push this back. The remaining bone here is going to be used as an anchor to tie the turkey up. It's going to be a solid anchor there. Same story over here. And Catherine, how much time do we have on the camera?
It's on 10 minutes, 21 seconds.
Okay, 10 minutes, 21 seconds, and I'm almost got this done. This, a little bit of skill can be done. As I said, for those who are wanting to do this and have never done it before, buy a cut glove. Your hands will thank you. The doctor won't have to stitch you up. Going down. Okay, now I'm hitting the top of the leg bone. Down we go. Down and around. And as you see on my table here, I lined it with plastic wrap. This helps in the cleanup at the end of the process here. Okay. Keep it on going. Keep it on going. Just watch your fingers all the time until you hit the that little shin bone down there. And there we go. Yep, push it down. Push it down. As all things, this takes practice. And what's funny is that I am a little rusty at this. I can usually knock these out in 5 minutes. Chickens take about 3 minutes. Here we go again. Let's see if that cracked open. There we go. Oh, being a little stubborn. There it is. Goes with the bone pile for stock. And like I mentioned before, how to pull those pin bones out. It's very easy. Now, what I have here is a deboned turkey for the most part, except for my anchors here. You see these hollow spaces here. These hollow spaces here are going to be filled with the sausage and mushroom mix that we made before we started this cutting. I have it cooling down over here. There we go. This is chilled. You never put hot stuffing in it. I sauteed the mushrooms and mixed it with the sausage. It was still a little bit warm, so I put it in the freezer to cool down real quick. You see I'm filling up these cavities here, just like that. On Thanksgiving, I did the sausage with dried cherries that I grew out of my cherry trees in the backyard here. Delicious.
Very delicious.
Yeah. And when you cook this, you cook it to 165 degrees, and you're set and ready to go. Don't try to be impatient with it. It is poultry. It can get you sick if you do not cook it to the temperature that you need to cook it at, which is 165. I think I repeated that. Yeah. Okay, so just stuff these legs with the sausage. Okay, here we go. Now, here we go. This is going to go over one side, just like this. This side's going to go over this side. Keep that sausage in. Now here's the part where we have to flip it over if it wants to cooperate. And 1, 2, 3. There we go. Okay. Now we're going to straighten this up. That's stock. Okay, this is hanging out. All we got to do is put it back in. Put it back in. Now you have the turkey here, skin intact. You notice, so it's very important about not cutting through the skin. It's real important that you don't do that. Cross them legs, kind of form it. Once I cross these legs here and start tying it up, it's going to fall into place. I've got some butcher's twine here, and I'm going to wrap one leg out, give it an overhand knot. That's basically the first knot you tie when you tie your shoes, an overhand knot. Then wrap it up here and get it really good and tight together. Because this is going to be fundamental in keeping the whole turkey together. Come on, there we go. All right, do a figure 8. Now, starting on tying the turkey, putting the string in, lift up, pull it through. There we go. Just that easy. Lift those legs up. This will help in keeping everything intact. Again, through. Oops. And with this butcher's twine, you need about 3 feet. I didn't get 3 feet. I got a little bit less because the store didn't have that much to offer. I had a. Okay, for right now, I usually do it one more time, but for the sake of time, I'm just going to finish this off. So you just loop it around, and again, put the tag in through that loop right there. See?
Mm-hmm.
Twice, you're done. Okay, make sure everything's packed, looking nice and lovely, and there it is. We're going to season it up with a little bit of seasoning salt to your liking. I usually put a garlic, herb, chicken seasoning on it that you pick up at the store. And it cooks off. It takes about 3 hours to cook off, usually 3 hours. If you have a thermometer, I beg you to please use a thermometer. That will guarantee you that you're getting it the proper temperature and making sure it's safe to eat. And that was it. How long did that take, Kathleen?
It took 16 minutes and 15 seconds.
There we go. Boom, boom, boom. This goes into the oven to roast off, to make your lovely stock, which Kathleen is very excited, once again, about doing. You roast your wings off, and when everything's roasted off, looking nice and brown and lovely, you cut your line, pull the line out, make sure you cut a little string out, slice it just like this. Comes out lovely.
Okay.
Yeah, it is white meat all the way here to right here. You get your dark meat at the very, very end. But it's a huge yield for any turkey, any chicken. You get an amazing amount to work with. And of course, there's always leftovers. There it is. There you go.
Okay.
Right. Bon appetit.